Alright, so we wanted to turn this video on and hit record and share this out with you because as Aaron and I have been chatting, we're here in Thailand at the moment, just to give you a bit of context as to what's going on, but we're here in Thailand. I've been finishing off writing my book. Aaron's having some time off, obviously getting a few things ready for his business and obviously just being able to have a bit of downtime, which we all need, and I think super important as well. But something we've been talking over the last couple of days is obviously online coaching is awesome. It's something that's growing a lot. We both do it and we're focused in it, but at the same time, so much of what's going on in the fitness world and for personal trainers is still the face-to-face work. And especially with why I really wanted to record this and why I wanted to do it with Aaron is because Aaron is crushing it with the face-to-face business. So Aaron, maybe if you want to just give everyone a bit of a spiel as to what's actually going on with the face-to-face business, and then we can kind of like work our way backwards as to how you got there.
Yeah, all right. Well, I've got 4 coaches working for me. I work basically with a pretty small niche. I work mostly with founders and companies and CEOs, and then I have my coaches that work for me training their staff. So it's a pretty simple sort of concept, and we don't market really at all. We just have a good referral system, so it goes viral really quickly. You know, we're not leaving really any clients out there, and we do pretty well, I guess, but.
Pretty well.
Yeah, that's all right.
I think the beauty as well is what I kind of want to delve into in this episode is Aaron is doing what so many coaches want to be able to do. Step away from the business, do something, go on a training holiday and just go on a holiday at all, be able to walk away from the business and still earn money, not worry about the stress of it. The business is still building. They're following the systems that are easy to put in place. So maybe let's just walk back before when you first started. Where was like starting ground zero for the face-to-face business in Finland?
I moved to Finland and I picked up one client through a mutual friend that was a referral. So I think like what most people that miss is the best way to get clients is through referral, because you normally refer the 5 closest people that you know. So normally it's the same, similar social status, similar income, similar beliefs, similar pain points, similar problems. All those things are really, really common. So you can, without even creating your own niche, it sort of happens by itself. Yeah. And so I moved to Finland, had one client straight away, and that was he was in politics. So and then basically from there, I then decided to push into a company, and then it went from there, and then referrals happened. And I did my own form of content marketing. It's what I think a lot of PTs sort of forget, and why they originally got into the PT industry is most people, it's like we join the industry to, because we like helping people in the gym, we like, making people healthier, happier, all that sort of stuff.
I think it first starts out, we enjoy the training.
Yeah.
And then we kind of help other people get into it.
Try and enjoy it as well. You're trying to be friends and stuff.
Exactly right. And let's talk on one thing I wouldn't mind kind of like ruffling some feathers, because I think we should, is no one should be an online coach or an online trainer until you've earned your stripes actually coaching people face to face, because I don't see how someone can start online coaching and really truly be able to build a skill set and experience and knowledge and just have that expertise as to best to coach people as well.
It's actually it's a lot harder to coach someone online than what it is to coach someone offline. Offline, you've got that constant contact. You can sit there, watch their movements, make sure they're doing them right. You can push them in the gym. You can get them a result. Yeah. There's more accountability with them coming to see you every week. You can do online as a hybrid online, face-to-face, whatever. But I think the best way to do it is, to get them a result. I think the most people get a result from the face-to-face more, in my opinion, because you can sort of, depends on the level of coaching you are. If you're an average coach and you give them a PDF and that could work, but I think the face-to-face for me is a lot better.
First time this kind of like really opened up for me was when I went back to Sydney one time. I was already doing all online coaching, but I went back to Sydney, and one of my clients that was in Sydney, we went and had a training session together, and his training intensity was like a butterfly fart. And I was just like, what's going on? Like, come on, let's train, and so that's a massive factor that's missing. Like, are people, you've given someone a training program, a PDF. All right, whoop-de-doo, Basil, at the end of the day, because are they following through with it? Are they doing the movements properly? Are they training with intensity? Like, these are important factors to someone actually getting results.
That's one of the biggest things, I think. Like, I still notice with my, because I have a group of trainers that work for me, like, if I see some of their clients when they're not with the PT, I know how much more they can do.
Yeah.
You know, and then I get them to refer to their training program, refer to what they did last week, and they're like, yeah, I could double the weight here.
Yeah.
You know, and it's like, let's be honest, people are generally lazy.
Yeah.
So you know, it's always better to have a training partner or someone to push you rather than just reading. You know, if you've got an app, great, that records the results.
Yeah.
It's trying to improve every week on that. But you've got to make sure that system, the number at the start is the right number. Yeah. You're performing the exercises correctly. If the tempo is off, the number is irrelevant. Yeah. So a lot of people miss out these little factors, and to do that as an online coach is a very, very hard thing to do, and a very, very hard thing to push across to your clients, because especially you have to be really, really good. Like really, really good. So
and you've got to have the system set up in place to be able to have people follow through.
Yeah, I've only just I've had online coaching ever since I started in Finland, so I was a PT in Australia as well, but ever since I started in Finland, I had online coaching for my Australian clients. But to be honest, like only just now, it's really good. You know, like where I feel confident in selling it. Before that, I would never even market it. Never. Like no way.
There's also the factor that a lot of people, so when I gave up living in Dubai, all my clients and face-to-face business in Dubai, and then made the move to Bali and grew everything online, like a lot of my clients that were in Dubai, I was like, hey, like, do you want to come online? Like, I'm moving away, but I can still coach you. But then I was like, you need a face-to-face coach. Like, you actually need someone in that. So I don't want to poo-poo the online personal training. That's not what this is about, but it's, I think, the importance and relevance that people need to be able to get experience in a face-to-face. And there is still so much to be had in a face-to-face personal training business when you do it right. And what we really want to be able to dive into is how can you, if you're right now, okay, maybe you're starting off and you're pretty fresh into the fitness business world, maybe you've been doing it for a few years but you haven't really gotten the traction. How do we start picking things up really quickly? That's what we can dive into in this episode. So let's say, coming on board, you've got one client, all right? Obviously, after what we've talked over the last couple of days and what you do with your trainers now, what's kind of like the action steps that we can start to go through?
So like if I have one client, let's say I'm going to the gym 2 to 3 times a week with this one client, I was originally spending 1 hour either side of that client just helping people in the gym. So that was, you know, we're always doing stuff on social media, we're always doing stuff like posting videos, all that sort of crap. But nothing beats helping someone and like spotting them in the gym and just helping them out, and don't expect anything from it. They might not be the person that gives you money, but they might actually say to their friend, hey, there's a good guy at the gym who helps people out all the time, and then he comes in and then he signs up to be a client. So you got to think about the long-term repercussions of doing everything. But so that's one thing I was doing. So, and to be honest, when I moved to a different sector where I started targeting this tech company, I did that, and I had the one client sign up, and she signed up for 2 or 3 sessions a week at the start, and I was doing that, and I was helping people in the gym, and then they were telling people that I was down there helping people in the gym. So people were coming down every day. So originally there was 2 people using the gym, and now there's about 70 out of about a 200-person company. So, you know, there's a big difference now. But so we have a lot of clients there, but it's within, I can't remember, I think it was like 5 or 6 weeks I was completely booked out. So I think a lot of people, like if you're a PT, you think a lot of them have this mindset that they should be paid to do everything. And you don't. That's not how it works.
Especially
I didn't really care. You have nothing else to lose. You've only got time to lose. So, and you have an abundance of time if you have one client. So you may as well just stay there.
Well, it's really simple. Like if you break it down, most trainers work kind of like a section in the morning and a section in the afternoon. 15 minutes either side. Spend some time walking around the gym, spotting people, helping people out. Hey, like helping people with their range of motion. Do you know what I mean? Everyone's got a question, and obviously if you just come at it in a go-giver attitude, you can spend 15 minutes either side. That's an hour in the day. That's brilliant for building a business.
I was doing it with other things as well, these little tricks, I guess. It was, you know, I would take a notebook, I would introduce myself to the person, I'd go off and I'd write their name down. I'd remember their name. I'd work out what they do for their work. You know, and I'd ask them how work was. The next day I saw them. You know, and I'd call them by their name. You know, do these little things that people love. You know, so
do you know what I love about that? It's really funny. That's like this. That's the face-to-face how real-world relationships build. That's a lead magnet and an autoresponder. Do you know what I mean? Like getting someone's name and then building a relationship with them. Like that's what we can do straight away.
And it's very, very easy. You know, and I never tried to sell once with the face-to-face business. It was just if they asked me, and then they just went, "Oh, you can have another free session."
Yeah.
So it was straight away if they said, thanks for helping me out," you know, and then I'll be like, and they just say like, "Well, how often are you here?" And I'm like, "Oh, you can have a free session if you want."
Yeah. Yeah.
And then at the end of the free session, they'll then ask, "Can I be a client?"
Yeah.
So it was sort of positioning myself as where I didn't even need clients.
Yeah.
I never told anyone I had one client.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So that was another thing. I just made it look like I was busy, but then I sort of told them I had to wait till next week, and then I get back to them, and then you know, there's the whole positioning thing, so I could have a higher premium price compared to the average trainer. So you know, charging 20 euros more than the average, and then now it's 50 euros more than the average.
Yeah.
But you know, that was how I positioned it, I guess. But that was one thing, was just helping people out. I think that's where a lot of people go wrong. Like, yeah, we can write a tip on social media every day. It's great, right? That does work.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It's a slice of the pie.
Yeah, but I think like if you can get there and make that face-to-face connection and the face-to-face relationship, remember their name, talking to them. You know, people don't like emails that much.
Yeah.
They'd rather stand and talk to you in the gym.
Yeah.
You know, and be helped.
Yeah.
You know, so especially if you are an expert and you look like an expert, and even if you're coming from nothing, like that's what some people forget as well. Like when I hire a new trainer, they don't need to have all these lists of qualifications that most trainer thinks they need, right? And it's like, to be an expert in any field, you have to know more than the other person. So it's like, if the person doesn't know how to deadlift and you know how to deadlift, you're the expert in the deadlift. You know, you don't need to be the world's best strength coach to tell someone how to do a deadlift.
Yeah, there's no magical certification that says like, oh, okay, you are the be all and end all.
Yeah, so a lot of people getting into the industry, they get the Cert 3, Cert 4, you know, and they're like, oh, I'm not qualified enough to take on more clients, or I'm not qualified to help that person, or like, and that's a really.
And I fell into that trap of doing 101 certifications, and like, a lot of them were good, some of them were bad, some were mediocre, but at the end of the day, like, a lot of the clients, they don't know what they are, do you know what I mean? Like, they don't give a shit, like, they're just like, I had this problem, I want to get this result, can you give that to me?
Yeah, we just do like biosig, PICP, all that sort of stuff, but then realistically,
does the client know what that is?
Yeah. If you look like you know what you're doing, if you're clean, if you're fit, if you look healthy, you know, and you know how to do a deadlift, and they don't know how to do a deadlift, using that same analogy, but it's like, that's the thing that they care about, you know, so they don't really care about much else. Can you help them? Are you better than them? Yes, you are. Good. You're an expert. That's it. So it's not 45 pieces of paper that you can attach to your Facebook profile, and it's like, you know, it doesn't really matter. So
all right, so we've covered obviously getting started in one way. Another way is obviously we've slightly touched upon it, referrals.
Yeah.
Let's just quickly touch upon how you use referrals now, and really the impact that this has been able to make, because like you were showing me yesterday or this morning, do you know what I mean? Like every week there's just been like 4, 5, 6 new clients coming on board. Yeah,
so the only marketing I do is a promotion of testimonial videos. So I don't really do much else because I haven't needed to yet. I'm starting now to scale up. So we have like this, there's like a thing that these guys taught me this. It's like you have the early adapters to a business, and you should niche down at a certain point when it's the early adapters, and you got the next stage, and the next stage, and you got the final part of the circle. You know, and obviously the early adaptation, you should niche down and focus on referrals for as long as possible. But when that starts to die off, you should then start to market. But obviously getting cash flow is the most important thing. So if you're putting money into social media, like Facebook's great. If you know how to do Facebook ads.
No trainer should be doing Facebook ads when first starting off.
No, you lose too much money.
Stupid.
Yeah, I did that with another business, but I completely failed. So yeah, I've learned from that. So I chose not to do Facebook ads, but all I did was a testimonial video for people that looked like I had the similar demographics to my client. And then the testimonial video was actually of their friends. So it works. Right.
So one, you've got social proof of someone that they respect. 2, the social proof is also coming with that person has a similar problem to what I have, and they've gotten the result, therefore I can do it as well.
Yeah. So, and then the other benefit was instead of paying Facebook, I would pay my clients. So that was the other thing. So we give our clients 100 euros cash, and then I'll put 50 euros into a charity that resonates with me and my clients slightly. And then from there, I also drive competition in the referrals by, if they get 5 referrals, again, there's a competition for every 3 months.
Yeah.
So 5 referrals gets an iPad Pro, 3 referrals gets a Fitbit, and 2 referrals you get an apple pie made by my girlfriend. So, so they love that.
I'd be going for the apple pie.
Yeah. So, like we did it last year when we had like the 1 year birthday of the company. We sent them muffins and stuff, and then handwritten like little things like we did these little things like write handwritten letters and stuff, and then send them home to clients, and like with with different things like maybe like a hockey ball for massaging, like a lacrosse ball, like weird stuff. And then now the new referral system that we're bringing in, like it's a little bit different again, where they're still going to get the €100 cash, so we're still covering the thing where if they give you something, you give them something physical.
Yes.
And then they feel good about getting something physical. A lot of my clients actually said they don't want the money, they want it to go to the charity as well. So they didn't want that, but they wanted to feel like they were giving away more. So it depends on the person. Some people might not need the money. Like my clients don't generally need the cash. So there's that as well. But the new one, we're giving them, like, when a client signs up, there's a quarter wow pack, we call it. They get 2 t-shirts, they get a branded chopping board, they get a branded smart shaker, massage vouchers, so we can talk about the whole ability to use JPs later on. And then what else are we using? I can't remember now. A bring a friend voucher. And then we give them 5 transformation packs. Okay. And we also give them a recipe book printed out. Originally, they always get it as a PDF when they sign up, or online clients, but face-to-face clients get it printed out, binded, made to look nice. So they'll take a photo of it. And then they get 5 transformation packs for their closest friends. If they give the 5 transformation packs out and those clients sign up, then they get €100 cash. So in the transformation pack, there's a 30-minute consult call. There's a chance to team up and join someone with a free session. There's the recipe book, there's the grocery guide, the stuff I'm going to do a smoothie guide. What else? There's a discount for the massage place again. So again, joint venture stuff. But the chances of them handing off, again, the 5 people generally it's very similar people.
It's like trees out.
So if one client gets you 2 clients, it does take a period of time for this to happen. This doesn't happen overnight, but you can get 10 to 15 pretty quickly. So that's like 4,000 a month. So people sort of get a bit stuck with this. I have to post on social media. I've got to take selfie every day.
Do I do a blog post? Do I do Facebook ads? Do I do videos? Do I go on YouTube? Do I go on LinkedIn? It's like all that shit is good.
It's great.
It has a place. But especially when we're wanting to get started, we want to get up and running, we want to get to say doing the $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 a month, and money's coming in, clients are coming in, you have a trusted process that you can continue to use, then you can take that ninja stuff and start to use it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. So obviously you want these systems to be built out, and then you want to focus on that first, because then you're going to know what a client is actually worth. Right? So a lot of people, they might pay for social media advertising, but they don't really know what a client is worth to them. So, for me, for example, I know I can pay €300 to even just acquire a client. And that seems ridiculous to a lot of people. I can pay $300 because I know a client gets me, like in referrals, I've had some clients give me 60,000. Right? So, because I know the one client gets me 2 clients minimum. And then those 2 clients give me 2 clients minimum. So and the tree out effect.
Client acquisition is
huge.
And this is maybe not starting off. This is a number you're going to be able to figure out, but as you go down, at least if you're a year into the business, figuring out how much it costs to be able to acquire a client, and then especially if we start moving into the online world and actually paying for Facebook ads and stuff, you need to know these numbers. Because if you pick up a client, let's just say a client is worth to you $2,000, well then what can happen is if I spend $1,999, I'm still making profit on getting that client. Now obviously not going to be spending anywhere near that amount, so obviously if you cost $50 on getting everything ready to get that client, well, you've just made $1,950, and you can continue that process over and over again to keep that rolling through.
I think it's more important for online as well, because you've also got to factor in what your time is worth.
Yeah.
So for me, like, because I have coaches working for me my time, that's irrelevant.
Yeah.
That's an irrelevant factor because I pay the coaches for their time, and then I know that I get so much per session or so much per week per client, or depending on how the whole sale is made in the end. But yeah, it's like a really, really important thing to have those systems and set up all like already done. So you're not just paying for the one client for Facebook ads, you're paying for potentially 3 clients that potentially get you more and more and more.
Yeah.
So if you have no referral system, if you have no branding, advertising, ways for other people to bring on clients for you, like making it really, really easy.
Yeah. So much money is being left on the table.
Ridiculous
And
amount.
I think the other thing, like you said something really cool the other day, is like firstly, the kind of like people that are getting swept up with the vanity metrics on social media. Like everyone's worrying about how many followers do I have, how many likes do I get, do you know what I mean? And it's not about that at all. And it was funny, like what the business has.
Yeah, I think I've got 94 clients, and and they're like 94 clients doesn't even seem like that many, but they pay a lot, to be a client. So there's minimum buy-ins, all that sort of stuff, and it's an ongoing. It's not an ongoing subscription, but you can leave whenever you want.
Yeah, but they don't leave.
But they don't leave. That's the point. Yeah. So because of the way I lay it out, but I only have 460 likes on my Facebook page. So and I honestly hate social media. So like I'm sort of introverted in a way when it comes to that sort of shit. I don't like to. I share some of my stuff, but it's more comical than really personal shit. I won't bitch and minge on social media because it makes you look like an idiot.
And that's the thing, like now, but you've got the time and freedom now to start getting into that and broaden the business even further. But like that's a really important
also
fact.
Cash flow to do it.
Yeah, exactly, cash flow, time, and freedom, like the 3 biggest things that we all need to be able to scale, build, and just do shit that we want to do on a day-to-day level. So like 400 social media followers, 92 high-paying clients, like. Get that through the skull and understand that you don't need to be focusing on the stuff that, like, we go on Facebook or Instagram, how much shit do we see on a day-to-day basis saying, like, this is the stuff that you've got to be doing to be able to, like, build your business.
Build your followers.
And it's just like, no.
Followers don't mean shit.
Yeah.
If you look at, like, a lot of the big social media guys, they got, like, 3 million followers and they make fucking 30K a year.
But how many people do we know that have, like, a small or a mediocre following but are making millions and millions a year?
It's ridiculous, man. Some of my clients, perfect example.
Yeah.
So, like, social doesn't mean shit.
Yeah.
Like, the number in the end doesn't mean anything. It's I don't know if it's a book, but the 1,000 True Fans.
Yeah, the Kevin Kelly wrote it. So if you haven't, I might pop a link below in the show notes of this, but if you haven't read, it's a short little piece written by Kevin Kelly, 1,000 True Fans, and that is, everyone has to read that.
Yeah.
Because that's where business is at right now, especially when starting off.
Yeah. Well, yeah, in a way. Like, so, yes, developing an avatar for those 1,000 fans as well.
Yeah.
But if you are a PT starting out, you have no idea who you want to work with, right? And who you want to work with might not have fucking money, right? So if you asked me 4 years ago who I wanted to work with, it was athletes.
I remember when I first started, it was like, I will coach anyone that has a credit card and a pulse. Boom. You want me to coach you? I'll coach you. And that's perfectly fine, because when starting off, like I thought when I first started, I want to be an S&C coach for a football club. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I was going down that path, I was studying down that path and what I wanted to do. And then like my life got broadened up, and then I was like, no, actually, you know what? Like physique, fat loss, body composition, that's really my passion, and I'm going to go with that.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just like a lot of the time those people don't have money either. Right? Yeah. So if you look at like the athletes, if you coach athletes, unless you're very, very, very good, and most of the people are not very good, right? So you want to coach people with money. Yeah. That's the thing I look for. Yeah. It's people with cash.
I learned that from Andre Benoit. I remember being in seminar with Andre, and he said you train athletes for show and you train general pop for dough. Yeah. And that's when things started to click for me. And like Andre is one of the world's top S&C coaches
Yeah.
doing phenomenal work. And yeah, I remember when he said that, I wrote it down, and
I was training some athletes, but I would never even talk about them.
Yeah.
Because that would create a disconnect with my company.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
no one even knew I had athletes.
Yeah.
You know, so
like I'm
it's like I just talk about a general person.
Yeah.
Because everyone wants to associate themselves similar to someone else.
Yeah.
So if I'm talking about I would never post. Like actually, my website photo is photoshopped to make me look smaller. So like it's completely, it's the opposite to what people put on there.
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
good.
They had to cut my shoulders out.
You've got to be smaller. Yeah.
Yeah, like that was because it like for general population, if you're not what they're going to resonate with, or who they're going to sort of they don't see it.
That's true. Like something I don't put out there at all was like I've trained a UFC fighter before. I used to be their head strength coach for Team Nigeria in Dubai, and it's like, but that doesn't resonate with my market at all.
No. So yeah, that's one thing I focus on. It's like who am I training, and what more clients do I want? I don't want to coach athletes either.
You've got to be photoshopped to be smaller. It's not good.
But yeah, I don't want to coach athletes. You know, like for me, it's too much work and not enough money.
It's just not your passion as well.
And I don't really care. Yeah. You know, like I don't class myself as an athlete, even though I could compete in some different shit. But I'd rather just be like, you know, fit, strong, mobile.
Yeah.
You know, that's my goal. Like 100 kilos lean.
Yeah.
Like so, you know, I sort of try and push that. My clients do not need to be in the gym 6 days a week.
Yeah.
I don't care.
Yeah.
You know, some clients doing jiu-jitsu, some clients doing ice hockey, some clients doing hip hop dancing for cardio. You know, so it's like
if Zumba is going to get you moving and you enjoy it, well, okay, like we can mix it into the plan.
Just tell me you're doing it, and then you know we'll work out what you're doing, and we'll make sure it's all okay. So, like, you got to remember that the general athlete is someone like us, right? In terms of like, you know, so they don't have the enough amount of cash unless they're a good PT to be paying, you know, another PT a good wage to coach them. So I don't want to work with them.
Yeah, I think it's a good point, because what we were also talking about was the fact that so many coaches and trainers are producing content and they're trying to impress other coaches and trainers. And it's like, hang on, you're using a lot of technical mumbo jumbo words and you're not resonating, connecting with your actual market. No. There's a big disconnect going on. Like we see so much social media stuff, and I'm like, knowing your market, knowing what you're saying, it's not mixing up, and this can be a really big reason why things aren't working for you.
Yeah, like if I look at what works and what actually gets me clients, if I talk about insulin sensitivity or, you know, maximum contractions of muscle fibers and all that sort of crap, and my clients just like, fuck. You know, like, I don't care. No one cares. You know, your mates might care, but they're not giving you money. So, like, if your social media is to impress them, get off social media because forget about them. If they delete you because you're putting shit up that they knew in 6th grade, these people, some people don't know that, right? Some people don't know, like my clients, when they originally sign up, they don't know there's such thing as healthy fats. If I put questions like, what is a healthy fat? Tick one of these questions in our Facebook group. Like, is it an avocado or is it a chocolate bar? You know, like
it's a trick question.
Which one is it? You know, like they have no idea. So, you know, stop trying to impress your friends and the people that are from your 5 closest friends, because they're probably fucking PTs, right? Or athletes. So it's not really going to, you know. So posting about, you know, the really, really basic stuff is the most important thing. So, like yesterday, we both tested it, right? And we put a post up. What was yours? Like,
I was talking about food on the floor, like the 5-second rule. Does it get bacteria and stuff if you drop food on the floor? 5-second rule, and we're like laughing about it. And then what did you post about?
Something about like, it was something really, really simple. It was like, pay for your groceries with cash. So you don't buy chocolate, because if you notice handing you the money over with cash,
physical cash,
you'll feel worse about buying the crappy, the indulging foods, right? So,
and it totally resonated with our markets.
Yeah, and it really, really resonated. So it sounds really, really stupid, but this sort of stuff, like, it's sometimes so stupid.
Share the story about you sharing with that post, and you talked about gut health and how.
So today, like, one person I know on Facebook put a post about gut health, and just from that, I was commenting like, you know, how to, maybe things to do and all that sort of stuff, and instead of like, I noticed a lot of people well, I've had the similar problems, you know, I've got IBS, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
I'm like, all right, cool. I'm just going to give them everything.
Yeah.
Like, nearly everything I know about gut health. I wrote a 20-minute post.
Yeah.
And it was basically a whole article.
Yeah.
You could use, I could copy it. It was exactly the protocols, nutrition you need to follow. I cut and pasted pictures.
Yeah.
I gave them the supplementation, like take glutamine, take probiotics. This time take them. This time take psyllium husk.
Yeah.
You know, give them everything, like HCl tablets, all that sort of stuff. And you know, I got 2 clients from that. So. You know,
one Facebook post that was just
on someone else's post,
and it swings back around to what we were saying before of in a face-to-face world, help people.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? In a online platform, help people straight away. So it's something that goes really good. All right, something that we should dive into is being able to get up and running super quick. So obviously, if a coach wants to be able to replicate the results you've been getting, or even say, let's build 3, 4, 5K. How do we actually start getting money in the bank, clients on boards, take the stress away? One of the biggest things that we've all got is some sort of a network. Exactly why I said like that was a perfect story. We've all got some sort of a network that we can start to tap into.
Yeah. So like when I sign a coach up, like to work for me, so I give them access to my online platform. I don't want them doing face-to-face coaching outside my business, because what I can teach them, they could go off and earn a shit ton of money.
Yeah.
Like, so I'm not going to mentor someone and then just give them everything.
Yeah.
So, you know, and then pay them as well. I'm not going to pay them to learn and then take my business. So, you know, they're not going to take my clients. They'll never do that. But they could go out. I want some loyalty. So I sort of...
Well, you want to build a team.
I build a team. I want to like have someone to rely on, but I also give them something for free. So instead of, you know, I give them the face-to-face clients, I just get them clients and I teach them how to get their own clients, and so they can build my business. Yeah. But I also teach them how to grow an online business, or how to make an extra, the 1,000 a month extra. Yeah. So the goal is that we sell 10 clients at €100 a month. Yeah. Well, it's 120, but taxes works out to be 100. So the idea is that we sit down, we've got all these, everyone's got Facebook, right? Yeah. Because probably if you're watching this, you do. Yeah. Everyone's got Facebook. So what we do is we create an Excel spreadsheet, and then we go through, like, who has asked you for advice, okay? And in the gym, or who do you think that needs a PT, right? So, and who maybe can't afford your face-to-face coaching as well, regardless if they can or can't afford it, but we still write it down. Yeah. So we create those 3 different columns. Yeah. List the names. So go through the whole Facebook friends list. You'll probably come up with 60 names, generally. And there's a bit of a system that I have. I don't know if you want me to share it or not.
Keep your secret sauce.
But yeah, we just contact them, and then basically, you know, leveraging that current network. Yeah.
Let's just leverage it back to, because we've got, say, in a face-to-face world and in an online world, what we're able to do is, who are the people that are interested in what's going on? And also, like, who are people that have commented on your post when you've started to talk about nutrition, weight loss, whatever it is that you really do in the health and fitness world? And therefore, what do you want to do with these people? Well, you want to be able to connect with them. You want to start building a relationship with them. You want to be able to say, hey, are you interested in possibly, or what really happens is they come to you and say to you, like, oh, I'm actually really interested in this. Like, what do you have going on? And it's like, well, okay, I've got this program, and then suddenly you launch a new program and offer it away.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the real basics. But like, I think everyone has 10 friends that will buy PT from them. Yeah. If you can, like, again, what I said is, a lot of people are afraid to sell to their friends. Yeah. But your friends are probably the most, like, they feel comfortable buying from you as well. Yeah. You know, if they ask for free, give them a call for free. Yeah. You know, just like, but don't write them a program. Yeah. If someone asks for a program, never give them a program, because they won't freaking do it anyway. Yeah. Like, no one does it. Yeah. Like, I'm sure you've all got 10 programs from your friends when you were young and you never did the fucking thing. You maybe looked at it and threw it in the bin. Yeah. But like, unless you pay for it, like,
when people pay, you pay attention at the end of the day, and it's human psychology.
And it's the same with, if you pay a little bit, you won't pay much attention. You know. Yeah. So that's why I put a high ticket on my coaching as well, because
and they follow through.
And they follow through more. Everyone's seen the 10-week challenges for $49. Yeah. And you're motivated for 2 weeks because you paid $49, right? If you paid $1,000. Are you motivated for the 10 weeks because it's $100 a week? Yeah. You know, so like, that's where the difference comes in. So, you know, that's why I originally paid you for coaching. Yeah. did I know some stuff about business? Yes.
Yeah.
But did I trust myself to follow through on me just researching myself?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I know I'm like lazy,
Yeah.
right? And everyone is lazy.
Yeah.
So, and I'm sure you have a mentor as well.
I just paid 20 grand for a coach to, like, he's absolutely awesome, do you know what I mean? But it's not like it's stuff I didn't know, a lot of it as well. It's actually following through with things, and it's just, it's how we get better. We get people to, like, do you know what I mean, soundboard off.
And it's just like, to reassure you that that's the right way to go.
Yeah.
You know, and like a lot of times as a PT, when you're by yourself and you just maybe got a partner, you can ask them.
Yeah.
But they
Are they the best person to ask?
Sometimes they don't. Like my girlfriend will tell me like she's rude, but she'll tell me the honest opinion about everything. But
good.
so it's good. But you know, a lot of times we want someone else to bounce ideas off, and sometimes your friends might not say, right? Your friends could also be really, really negative about you being a PT, you know, so, and then that might drive you down the road of just going back to the job working at Coles or whatever the fuck you did before, you know, so paying someone and doing all that sort of stuff, and this is exact same with personal training. Like if you have someone that just gives you programs and gives you programs, they're not going to do it. So I still pay for coaching both
with the kind of like joining the, all right, we know we can start picking up clients straight away. Everyone can start picking up clients straight away.
You can get 10 in one day.
Done. Exactly. 10 clients in one day, and I know a lot of people are probably like, no, you can't do that. Well, okay, so many people have. What about one of your trainers that did this? What was the result?
Yeah, so we sat him down and, this was one of my trainers from before, but we sat him down and he sat next to me and he's like, I'm like, great, go through your Facebook, because I don't know your friends. Go through your Facebook, create a list. Yeah. And he's like, come back with 52 names or something. I can't remember the exact number. I think it's 52. Yeah. And I'm like, cool, let's message them all. Yeah. And he's like, what do I say? And I'm like, we go into it, and then we just go through step by step, and basically gets on a call with them in the end, and sells them an online coaching program. Yeah. You know, if you don't feel confident, like selling to your friends straight away, give them a 7-day free trial. Yeah. You know, develop a system. Use like Trainerize or PT Distinction. So it's not like a freaking PDF thing that's just a load of crap. Like, don't hand out that, right? But develop something. Yeah. Put in, like, for example, when I did it, I created my sales page. Yeah. And then I messaged all my friends that had, you know, asked help, and then I got 15 clients in the first day. You know,
15 clients in the first.
So it was like all the friends have asked help. Of course, I've been a PT before, and I didn't have online coaching access, and I'd always had people asking me for stuff and training programs, and you know, I had a few of them at the time. I had written some for them, and it was a lot of shit. Like it was, stuff you should give away for free. You know, training programs written on a PDF, it should be free because anyone can Google that crap, right? So if someone can Google it and get the information, you need to give it for free, because it's better coming from you or coming from me, from a coach, and me becoming the expert rather than me lean and get off bodybuilding.com. Yeah. So, you know, like, if they want to do that, they don't want to pay, I'll give it to them for free anyway. Yeah. Right. So it doesn't mean anything to me. So they just don't get the support. Yeah. So that's the thing, is what I sell of the online coaching is support. So that's what you have to, like, you know, reiterate when you're selling it.
That's the thing in the online world right now. Like, you can Google stuff and get all the
amazing stuff,
like diets, training programs, like everything. Do you know what's the difference with what a coach brings to the table is the support and individualization.
Yeah, you can get all business coaching online as well. Yeah, you know, it's all there. All this information, like all the stuff I'm talking about right now.
Google.
You can Google it, and it's all there. But like,
are people doing it?
No. Like they do it, and then they do it for a week. Yeah. You know?
Do they do it right?
Yeah, so, and then they might not be doing the right thing for them, okay? Because they might not understand that they're so fat that they're too, you know, insulin resistant, and they're just eating carbs every single meal, and so like, you as a coach should know this. But you know, bodybuilding.com has amazing stuff. So if a client ever says to me like, I don't want to pay your price, I'm like, bodybuilding.com, man, type in what you want, like, and you'll find it, dude. Like, it's all there, you know. And I'd rather them, like, if they don't, like, if I'm not going to sit there and write a program for them or give them what I give them, like, if they want to leave, if they don't want to pay it, I was like, all right, cool, have this stuff. See what you do. Like, just follow the grocery guide. If you buy everything on the grocery guide and eat that from now on, don't buy anything else that's off the grocery guide, you're good to go. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's really, really simple stuff.
True.
But, you know, like, so we didn't talk about joint ventures though.
No, we didn't. We'll leave that for another time. We'll leave
Yeah.
that for another time. But I think this has been really good because I think I want to make this actionable as well. I don't want to give too much at once because obviously we can do more of this stuff. But I think importantly, like what you're going to be able to like, you've given so much away. Like there's you can make like money in
$1,000 today.
Totally. From the episode, I have complete confidence in that, and especially when coaches are like, okay, how can I add $3,000, $4,000, $5,000? How can I get this stuff up quickly? How can I get clients on board? How do I have a bit of a system behind it? This is exactly what we're talking about. This is what coaches are being able to use. Like, do you know what I mean? Australia, US, Europe, Finland, all over the world. There's no doubt about it that you're going to be able to start using this stuff. What else do you want to share with them?
You know, like when you shared that post the other day, is how much money do you want to make?
Yeah.
How much money is realistic?
Yeah.
If you ask me, like when we first spoke, we have these limiting beliefs of how much money we can make.
Yeah.
And that's not a bad thing as well. Like if you ask most of my coaches that work for me, and like I ask how much money you want a month.
Yeah.
Like we don't talk about salaries. It's like how much money do you want to make a month,
Yeah.
because that determines how many hours you're going to be doing.
Yeah.
And you know, a lot of people are really, really greedy as well.
Yeah.
You know, so there's people that want to make $20,000 a month because they want to have the crazy lifestyle.
Yeah.
Making $20,000 a month, you know, like I'm making 20 now,
Yeah.
but it requires long fucking days.
Yeah.
You know,
You've got to do the work to get there.
You've got to do the work to get there. If you do want to make $3,000 a month and work 5 hours a day.
Yeah.
It can be done. Like, and you work 5 hours a day, and life's pretty cool.
Yeah.
You know, like
Yeah.
8 hours, and you've gone and trained people. You've done your own training. You've cooked your own food,
Yeah.
and you've gone home, and you've still got 16 hours of free time.
Yeah.
That's not a bad life. 3,000 a month
Yeah.
is not bad,
Yeah.
right? And people sort of forget that.
Don't
So,
pity party about that.
you know, if you are like, if 3,000 a month is your goal, and that's all you want to do, like, invest the money to get to 3,000.
Yeah.
You know, so. But if you want to make 20,000, you've got to invest more and more time.
Also, there's
you know,
like, say if someone's starting off, it's like, okay, how can we say get to 5,000 a month? Get there. Cool. Take the stress out of it. And then how do we do 10? How do we then do 20? How do you keep going up from there?
Yeah. So there's obviously a step-by-step process. Things you need to focus on first, low-hanging fruit.
Yeah.
You know, like jumping on a call with you is like, because I think like when I jumped on the call with you, I just started at this company. I think I was like the third week of like working with these guys, and I wasn't completely booked, and then we brought in the referral system, and then it booted it up even faster, and I was like 2 more weeks I was booked out.
Yeah.
So, and then we spoke about straight away, like shit man, like these guys don't want online coaching. Like what do I do? And you're like, hire a coach.
Yeah.
I'm like, how the fuck do I do that?
Yeah.
You know, so it's like, going through step by step, and
But it's not like I was like anything. There's nothing magical behind that. There was two things that we did. How can we use referrals?
Yeah.
And how can you actually leverage the business and scale it, and then bring someone else into the team? You know, now you've got 4 trainers. Like
it allows me to come here every 8 weeks for 1 month.
Yeah.
You know, if I want. So I can come away. I can right now I'm doing like online courses and creating content and stuff like that for the next 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Doing some Muay
That's
Thai,
cool.
going to do some BJJ, going to do some CrossFit, doing strength training. So training twice a day. You know, and
I wrote for 2 hours trying to finish this book this morning. We've eaten 2 meals.
3 meals.
3 meals. We trained.
Yeah.
Sit down. Hey, let's just turn this on and share this with you.
Yeah, I think like, I don't know, but there's a lot of people that.
But at the same time, I don't want this to be like just rainbows and sunshine. We've got to do the work to get
do
there.
the work, yeah, for sure. And it's just about knowing what to do, though. I think is the key thing. Like, I don't know. There's so much information out there in terms of how to market yourself online, what to do, how to do it, and it's like the really, really basic shit is like how to use Facebook ads. You know, you'll see someone advertising how to use lead quizzes, and you're like, fuck, it's too much. Like, I'm doing 20K a month, and I still don't really know how to use Facebook ads.
Yeah.
So because I'm doing 20K a month, I did the basics right.
Yeah.
I'm actually paying someone else to do my Facebook ads. I don't want to touch it.
That's an important part, because as a coach, is it better for your time to be doing that?
It costs me $600 a month or $700 a month, and it's like, would I rather work like 5 hours, like doing face-to-face coaching with my clients that I actually like, or sitting there trying to work this crap out that I'm probably going to fail? You'll fail it for the first few months. Like, you won't know how to do the targeting. You won't understand the demographics. You won't understand how to do the video timing, and like it's too technical for a guy like me. So I'm not going to do it. Like, same with graphic design. Am I going to do graphic design, or I'm going to pay a guy a freelancer or Upwork?
Make your own website.
Make my own website. The first night, like, actually when I closed my other business, like, I paid I didn't actually pay him. I said, I'll pay him later. He was a mate of mine. I said, I'll make you dinner. Can you just create me the crappiest website that just has my name on it? And then like a consult button. Like it was basically a story about me and about who I like to work with. And then book here. And it was like, we did that and it cost me like $200 or €200. And he came around, we cooked him dinner, and like, I'm like, all right, cool. You know, like don't overthink websites either. Like I think a lot of people go, I need the craziest website because you know, Chris has an awesome website, I have an awesome website now. It doesn't need to look like that.
But also at the start,
to be honest,
you don't need a website.
No, you can just use your Facebook. You can leverage in your network.
You can do Facebook, your social media, your network, and then maybe use ClickFunnels to do like a squeeze page and a sales page.
At the biggest extent.
And then we can maybe start thinking about a website.
If I actually look at my website traffic, because I haven't actually directed website traffic, I've had 56 people land on my sales page total. And I've got 94 clients. So does a website matter?
Exactly.
You know, like in a face-to-face world, like, does it really matter? All I got the website for was just to make me look a little bit more professional. That's all it was, because I wanted to go into a company. Right. So that was it. Don't think about it too much. You don't need to have the craziest copywriting in the world. Like understand a little bit, but not like it doesn't need to look the best either. It just needs to be like what you want to do. Videos. You know, like you don't have to like, you know, now I spent like €2,000 on videos and like got a cinema photographer and all that sort of stuff, but didn't need that.
You can do that now.
To be honest, I got more clients when I did the basic one. Like if I look at it now, I think about it all the time. Like, do I just go back to one page? Like, do I just like seriously? Like, so much crap on there now. Like,
it's interesting.
Like, I just like, do I have one page for blog and then one page for front page, and then that's it. I've seriously considered it that many times.
There you go.
You know, like it was so much easier and much easier for a client, and then just
simplicity trumps.
You know, it's the same with training. It's the same with like
diet training,
and like coaching with this sort of stuff as well.
Get shit done.
Excellent. So
okay, cool.
That's about it, man.
All right, so I think the best thing is what I'm going to do is I'll pop a link below for anyone, if you haven't already, to join the Fitness Business Success Circle. This is the free group where you can join. You'll obviously get all these other episodes, the guides, everything's in there for you to be able to. Obviously, there's over 1,000 other coaches around the world that are in there. So it's best for you to click the link below and get access into the group. What we'll also do is we're going to get more of these episodes up and running, and also I want you to comment below with what questions do you have right now, because the biggest focus that we were going to want to have and to show you is, okay, whether you're starting out or whether you've been doing this for a little while, but you want to be able to get things up and running, you want to be able to start picking up clients, you want to add an extra $3,000, $4,000, $5,000, and how can you do that quickly? And then we can start looking bigger as well, because like, okay, fantastic, we want to get started, we want to grow a $100,000 fitness business, $500,000 fitness business, whatever, that's fantastic, but let's do it in chunks as well. Like, obviously, I want to be able to have big dreams, big goals, and be able to get there, but at the end of the day, you've still got to hit these smaller milestones along the way. So make sure that you do comment below and ask the question so we can give you what you want. Join the group. Also, Aaron, can you share your site for people to be able to check out you and see the awesomeness?
AaronSelkrig.com or Selkrig.com.
All right, beautiful. I'll make sure I'll add those links down into the description blocks below this. Also, make sure that you get some shit done today. Actually pull the trigger. I wanted to do this so there was actually some practical takeaway steps, and I have no doubt with what we've been able to share that you're going to be able to get clients from this episode. So go make it get done.
The first thing is just create that Excel spreadsheet. That's the most simple thing you can do, I think.
Done. Now it's time for you to get the most out of this, and this is where I can jump in and give the answers that you need. So ask your questions in the comments below so I can personally come through and answer them for you. Plus, the best discussions happen on chrisdufay.com. So click on over to get everything that I've got there for you. And did you like this episode? Because if so, click subscribe so I can send you all the episodes to come for free straight to you. And for everything that I can't fit in these episodes, plus the free guides and coaching episodes, then click on over to chrisdufay.com now. Looking forward to seeing you soon and in the success community.